Trump's plan for Gaza is ethnic cleansing, just like Israel has been doing for decades. President Donald Trump just met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and called for Gaza to be cleaned out, for its entire population to be expelled.
Gaza is not a place for people to be living. I think they'll be resettled in areas where they can live a beautiful life and not be worried about dying every day.
Not only that, but Trump also floated a plan for the US to take over the Gaza Strip.
The US will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it.
So while it might sound like Trump is doing this for the sake of Palestinians, what he's proposing is ethnic cleansing. So while the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas may have slowed down the killing, Israel's campaign of ethnic cleansing is just beginning. Over the last year and a half, Israel has systematically wiped out hospitals, power plants, water systems, and homes across Gaza, making life for Palestinians there so unbearable that they feel they have no choice but to pack up and leave. But when you destroy homes, cut off water, and starve an entire population to force them out, that's not voluntary. It's ethnic cleansing. And nothing about this is new. Its actions have followed a familiar script. Use military force to displace Palestinians, seize land, and make the new reality seem irreversible. In 1947, the UN partition plan gave Israel 55% of historic Palestine, despite the fact that Jews made up only 33% of the population. But that wasn't enough. In 1948, Zionist militias expelled more than 750,000 Palestinians from their homes and refused to allow them to return. But Israel's ethnic cleansing campaigns aren't always sudden mass expulsions. Sometimes they happen gradually through home demolitions, economic strangulation, or the destruction of basic infrastructure. This gradual process is more subtle, making it harder for the international community to intervene. Israel has spent decades doing this, using peace deals and ceasefire agreements as cover. During the 1967 war, Israel seized control of the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. In response, the UN passed Resolution 242, demanding Israel withdraw from the land it occupied. But Israel didn't withdraw. Instead, it started building settlements throughout these occupied territories and encouraged Israelis to move to them. These settlements, which are illegal under international law, became what Israel now calls facts on the ground. And whenever Israel faces international pressure to withdraw, it insists the new reality is irreversible. In the 1990s, Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat signed the Oslo Accords, setting up a further round of negotiations for an independent Palestinian state. But that never became a reality. Instead, Israel tightened its occupation and built more settlements. By 2000, more than 360,000 Israeli settlers lived in illegal settlements across the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Today, there are over 700,000. Now, in Gaza, Israel is doing something similar, but this time, the carnage and destruction are the new facts on the ground. By deliberately destroying Gaza's hospitals, water systems, and even entire neighborhoods, Israel is making another wave of mass displacement feel inevitable. And history has shown that Israel hasn't allowed Palestinians who leave to return. This isn't merely about security, it's about land and who gets to control it. And just like Israel's previous ethnic cleansing campaigns, if this one isn't stopped, it'll become permanent. But this isn't over. Palestinians are resisting, they're rebuilding, and they're refusing to leave. Because history shows us that if the world accepts Israel's violent ethnic cleansing and land grabs today, tomorrow they'll just be new facts on the ground.